spiritual science. The essence of spiritual science can be summed up as three. From a Vedic philosophy, we are not the body, we are the soul. From quantum physics, when we are less matter, more energy. Tiny matter, more energy. We have infinite potential. We have infinite potential, and as Aham Brahmasmi, we are the God. Vedic principle. Vedic principle is saying we are God. Aham Brahmasmi. Tattvamasi. Everybody is that. Aham Brahmasmi. Tattvamasi. In quantum principle, this is an infinite field of unlimited possibilities and opportunities that exist. Aham Brahma. Brahma is representing that everything that exists. So everything is possible within this, through this Brahma, that Godhood, that divine self. So infinite possibilities and potential that exists everywhere, not this universe, multiverse, everything. Everything. Here it says same, yad bhavam tad bhavati. Thoughts create reality. Our thoughts create reality. Yad bhavam. So is your bhava, is your intent. Whatever is your intent, tad bhavati, that happens. Quantum physics is saying observation collapses the possibility. Our observation collapses the possibility. So there is an infinite field, everything collapses possibility. So it's very perfectly explained. So the spiritual science is, we are more than the body, we have infinite potential, and then with our thoughts and feelings we create the reality. Three things. And the whole teaching of Pyramid Valley International, of Patriji, is centered purely around this, nothing more. If you have to minimize it further, everything boils down to where is our attention at every given moment. That's all it is. Even if you leave out the first two statements and say the last statement of thoughts and feelings create reality. If you just latch on to one statement, that statement, and then keep working on rectifying that mind, then automatically our future is going to be beautiful. That's all. There isn't, spiritual science essentially comes down to just that, rectifying the thought. We are living off the record of the past. We are living based on the past memories. So all our thought is based on how we did in the past. If I worried about, if I'm here, this is the last time you went to 3-4 ashrams and then you felt you don't have good internet connection. Next time you go, the only thing that comes is, hey, is the internet connection good? Will I stay for me? Can I do my call? So practice, so the rectifying the thought, or understanding these three principles, Pyramid Valley is teaching various kinds of subjects. And there isn't any levels. One of the core beliefs is that spiritual science, the paths are infinite. For every person it could be different. There is no single prescribed path. And so, as such, there isn't a form and structure that is defined, because there is a whole emphasis on free will and then freedom and then how you navigate yourself. There is guidance here and there by the masters, by the books, but then we navigate ourselves, because when I started, I liked Conversation with God, Richard Bach, and some books in this area. There are some people who only read Judy Satori. It's about life beyond this planet, what happens there. Judy Satori or Dr. Sunny Satin. Pleiadian Agenda by Barbara Masonak. So there are some which are all somewhere else. They point to a life somewhere else. There's some who love only Osho. It's about Osho is about living this life to the fullest. So they read the books and then we expand our consciousness so much. Some are looking at only theosophy. It's all saying about life beyond death. What happens? So much research beautifully be done by these great masters, and Vicent, and some of them who founded Leadbeater. That society in Chennai, Theosophical Society, I was there too. Patricia used to talk about it, I was there. It's a beautiful place. Such a big campus, greenery, and you feel like meditating anywhere in that campus. So there are various paths for everybody. So there's no prescribed, here is level 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like that. Instead, we practice group meditation. We come together, we learn meditation, we practice individually, in group, in nature, in full moon, in pyramids. We practice meditation as much, and then meditation is helping us go navigate ourselves to various paths. There's no order, there's no sequence. Barring learning meditation, and then so there is a book called Meditation is Easy and Artisans of Meditation. These two books we are asking to read, because then you can master meditation. But otherwise, the knowledge, the path is individual. Whatever that appeals to you, that title you look at and say, oh, this is good, so read that book, right? So we take time. So Pyramid Valley and then Patriji is not prescribing a specific course per se. But however, when we come here and then you spend time, you do intense practice, intense sadhana. And there are some programs. On the weekends there are programs, 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours. And you join them. Some days there are multi-day workshops, are there too. Of course, in the COVID time we're not doing it. But one thing is certain, our practice always is a whole set of group meditations, which is what we are doing. And then there's a whole set of learning. So the learning, I found personally, that we will take days off and attend a few multi-day workshops, 1-day workshop, whole day. While right now, say we are only for 2 hours we are together doing satsang. So we think about it, we practice it. But can we do it, what happens for a whole day? What happens if we do it for 3 days, 5 days? In anybody's practice, it is very integral. When you make this integral, and then no matter how busy I've always been, until last November, where I quit my job and the full time I'm doing this, but at least 10 days to 12 days every year would be in full day spending time, not continuously, but a 2-day workshop or a 3-day workshop or a 4-day workshop. But I always would attend. Maybe it with Dr. Newton, maybe with this Global Congress of Festivals that we organize here at Pyramid Valley every year, where multiple Master Patriji himself is conducting some programs. We always attended and ensured that I take those days off and then be there fully, no other business. There are various masters. Now that book, Meditation is Very Easy, has last 2 pages, has a whole set of master names given with the book names given. That means you could practically attend any of these masters' workshops if they are coming into your town, or if they are there. If they are there, anywhere they're doing online programs. You look at it and say, can we attend? I attended Amit Goswami, I attended Dr. Joe Dispenza, I attended Leonard R. I attended Jerry Hicks, Istra Hicks. Many masters over the years, if I go to travel, I used to travel to US. Oh, Bay Area, California, there is tons of programs there, tons of programs. The whole spirituality converges into California for whatever reason. So many masters live in that entire West Coast stretch. They constantly are doing programs in that area, including Seattle, that area. And of course, everywhere. not just West Coast. So travel time, I used to always look for, is there a workshop going on here? Is there something that I can attend? And then I combine that with these programs. So we give time for practice, for practicing meditation learning. Meditation in long groups like this. But PSSM is doing Pyramid Spiritual Societies movement. Patrice is organizing several one-day programs on Sundays and the weekends. Various places. The one-day programs, they invite so many speakers, and again they're talking. All is digital right now. So they invite so many. So there is another opportunity to connect in. But whatever that is, dear friends, the path that we're practicing is individually there are different paths, so we take on ourselves. Because then that's the best. Then you are experimenting by yourself, not somebody is forcing and telling you do this, do this. Then you're experimenting, you're finding your own truth, your own way. You're not discovering the technique because Gautama Buddha discovered it, so we can just reuse it very well until the time we master it. And then we want to experiment and say what happens if I do this way in meditation, that way. That's an experimentation individually can do. But we master it, and then the knowledge is infinite. We learn from everybody. Now when we are taking books and reading, we may not resonate with every viewpoint. That is also there, we know that. So we take the best from everybody. We take the best. Some will say, okay, dancing meditation, take it off. Some will say lying down meditation, take it off. If you want to experiment, sure. But if you are clear about the meditation is breath mindfulness meditation, hold on to that because of the scientific aspect of how it is simplifying everything. And then the meditation part, then you can take it off. Some advocate non-vegetarianism, take it off. What you don't resonate, take it off, and then what you resonate, take it, because otherwise you can't find a perfect person anywhere. Everybody has something. So we take the best from everybody, we absorb that. And that is the philosophy of my teacher, Patriji, and how I've been going through too, is to read and take what resonates, but experiment, do not reject. Certain things we know clearly, but many things when you don't know, then we experiment, do not reject them. And then if you still don't like it, take it off. But we'll learn. So beautiful Pyramid Valley, dear friends, that an excellent, it's a perfect combination. I tell you, beautiful nature in the middle of hills and the forest. Pyramid, mega pyramid. Millions of people have come and meditated here. Mega pyramid, so much energy in this pyramid. Of course, the group meditation that we get here on a full moon, no moon, full moon, there are energy days. So perfect combination to come and meditate here. Every month there is a full moon function happens, and so some of those that one can plan into. Spend 10 days and 5 days and then just meditate, take guidance. So we got to take time. The point I wanted to bring was that we take time during our practice to go around to the nearby centers, nearby ashrams, but then we take time for a day, 2 days, 3 days, and keep that. Don't count days because I have only 10 holidays in a year, and then this goes here, this goes here. This is the time investing in yourself. And where the intent is there, and nature will support it. You'll still get your 10 days with the family if you want it, and you still get another 5 days. How you get it? That's not our business, and that the nature created for us. But if you have the intent, it's going to happen. So relax yourself, friends. We'll go into a breath mindfulness meditation once again. Practice it. And then today, Thursday, a business professionals day. So we have very senior masters joining. Our website, Buddha CEO Quantum Foundation, is a beautiful artwork, isn't it? I love the logo. And this website was created by these great masters who founded this Mad Buddhas organization. And founded by Pallavi, Master Pallavi. So she is there. And then another designer who created a lot of stuff, artistic, creative. So Akash, he is there. Both have been practicing a long time, and Pallavi is even author of Conversation with Mahavatar Babaji book, beautifully published, and then they're available on Amazon. So we'll listen to her experiences today after meditation. Relax yourself, sit comfortably. So for those of you new, we are practicing breath mindfulness meditation, anapanasati. Our goal is to empty the mind, and to empty the mind, we observe our normal, natural breath. With your eyes closed, fingers into fingers, rest your hands comfortably in your lap, cross your feet at ankle. 3 things we do. Cross your feet, fingers into fingers, rest your hands comfortably in your lap, and then eyes closed. And then be with your breath. Observe the breath. And then when you observe the breath, slowly mind becomes empty. If the mind gets distracted with thoughts, attention gets distracted with the thoughts, come back to observing the breath. So that's what we do the whole process. In the beginning, we do something called heart elevation, where I will just follow my guidance. We're going to keep our hands on the chest area and just follow my guidance. You can easily do it. So relax yourself, sit comfortably, eyes closed. Okay. So I request Sheetal to invite Pallavi, the first speaker for today.
Friends, my name is Sheetal. I'm from Atlanta, Georgia. Master Pallavi is an ardent meditation expert. He is a senior pyramid master working dedicatedly for Pyramid Spiritual Society's movements from the past 14 years. Her life transformed after practicing Anapanasati meditation. She continues spreading the science of spirituality by taking seasoned workshops. Throughout her journey, she has embraced skills like clairvoyance, but under the right guidance of her Guru Brahmarshishwar Ramahapatni. Pallavi is a change maker by spirit. She is founder and director of Mad Buddhas. It serves as a platform and doorway for all artists, writers alike who wish to create products to spread the science of spirituality throughout the world. The company has released animation shorts on vegetarianism, the importance of meditation and mindfulness. Pallavi is an author of a book called Conversation with Mahavatar Babaji, which transformed many souls and helped them to start their spiritual journey. And I am one of them. Thank you so much, Pallavi. Welcome.
And my pranam to Kartikeyan ji, Chandra sir, Vani ma'am, and all the gods present here today. So today I'm here to share my experience with all of you. And especially I welcome new people who joined today, who are new today for meditation. And my journey started in meditation in 2006, where I was 19 and searching for something which I don't know. And I think everybody goes through that. Everybody feels it, but we don't know what we're looking for. So this is how meditation or the spirituality enters in our life at right time, I feel. By having clearance of certain karmas in our life, and we invite meditation into our life with acceptance. I belong to a Hindu family. I used to do a lot of puja, a lot of things which religiously my mother taught me. But in my childhood, I never understood that whenever we do puja or we do any sort of art, so why everything, all the time the chattering goes on inside. So how I can do punya if I'm not with a God? So I never used to get those uh, answers to my questions, and I was remained unknown to the truth. So when I was in my plus two, something triggered very forcefully within me to know about God, where I got angry with God, did a lot of things with God, because in my childhood I had very great bonding with God, talking to my angels and astral masters, which I came to know later that what it is called technically in spiritual terms. But I used to communicate with gods and I used to get response. But later in my teenage, I lost that connection and I become alone in the world, confused, and do not understand people that what they want. They say something, they do something else. So I never understood this way of minds, and I used to feel very confused, especially in my teenage, about how to deal people. And later, I entered in meditation through one of my friend's mother. She taught us meditation, and I saw one wonderful CD which is available on YouTube. I hope everybody uh, would have seen that spiritual reality. So it's a wonderful creation done by Pyramid Master under the guidance of Patriji to introduce that to the whole world. And I feel a lot of millions of people are coming to know about knowledge of pyramid and the relation with meditation and many more things, because that video explains you that what sort of experiences you get after coming into the field of meditation. So I have seen that CD and it really inspired me, but I have not taken it very seriously when I watched it. But I just felt that it is not possible for normal people like me. So maybe this is possible to the people who goes to Himalayas and meditate for great yogis. And I did not meditate that time. After 4 months, after watching that CD, when things got uh, more inside me to understand that life, that what is going on around me, I could not deal with that. And suddenly my mind remembered that what if is there something that meditation can resolve things. And I was remembering the process. I sat first time for meditation and came across the truth of looking into my soul. A very bright light coming out of my body transformed me into my first meditation. And this is how I just started my meditation. I thought there is something. I don't know even uh, how these the universe works. And I started getting all these messages and responses back again, which I used to get in my childhood. And I thought, okay, this meditation is working for me. So I started every day meditating for 20 minutes, 30 minutes. And after a week after doing this meditation, I used to eat non-veg before. I was non-vegetarian before, and that I was very addicted. And I was not knowing anything about that, why we should not eat or something like that. As usual, I went to the restaurant to have the non-veg, and there I got an experience that the soul of that animal started speaking with me, which made me really scared. And I ran from the restaurant to my room, and I was asking my roommate that what it is happening, because is that happening due to meditation, then I will leave meditation. And hence how she can convey these things to me. She started laughing on me and she said, you're going through such a wonderful experience, and why you are not able to accept the truth. So she just told me that you don't believe me, then why don't you ask and put this question in your meditation, because you're getting good meditation experiences. And I thought, yes, she's saying right. Let me look into this matter, that why I should eat non-veg. And I tried this in my meditation, putting this question to the universe to guide upon this. And I could get convinced with one thought, which universe given to me, that you don't have any right to kill the animal because you don't have any power to give life to anybody. Then how you can have a right even to take somebody's life? So that was the first message which really went deep down in my heart. And another thing was that if you could not even love and have compassion towards innocent animals, then how could you expect people to love you? So this is what the answer I received, and fully convinced that why I should not eat non-veg. And I transformed into a vegetarian person. Then I got introduced to the people of Chennai. That time I used to pursue my course in Chennai. I got introduced to beautiful masters, wonderful masters in Chennai. Then I started going to meditation centers in Chennai, started getting this knowledge about what is life after that, and many more topics which Chandra sir just mentioned, started reading books. So after 1 month of my meditation, I got an opportunity to meet Patriji. He was having a station in Chennai, and my first meeting with Patriji was a 360 degree turn in my life, because the moment I met him, I could clearly feel that I was waiting for such a guru in my life who can give me the direction. And in my first meeting, he looked deep down into my eyes and he just said that you will find everything which you want to, just carry on. So after that, everything changed, my dear friends, and everything transformed for me, starting from my perception towards my parents, towards my friends, because I used to blame people around me if they do something bad with me. I stopped blaming people. I started accepting. I started more understanding how these laws of karma work, and more got into the experiences of meeting masters, those especially we call so-called God. And it is really possible through meditation, through the knowledge of meditation, to meet them and understand that how it is. This is what Buddha used to say: when you see, then you believe; when you experience, then you believe. So this is what I feel, the practical experience of meditation and the Patriji wisdom. He always say the spiritual science, more scientifically explained, that what things are there into the spiritual science and how we experience that. So I feel everybody, as I have seen many of my past lives and came to know a lot of answers to my current life situations and many more things. So this is how I started my journey into Pyramid Spiritual Society's movement, and still growing higher and higher, learning from many of the masters. And yes, I welcome all people, just not to meditate, but at the same time, if you start meditating and enjoying it, please teach to other people, because there is no level of yourself defining that then only you can start meditation. There is no such a thing. So when we start meditation, you must start teaching at the same time how much you know, so that we can make this world as a better place. And recently, I got introduced to the beautiful project called Buddha CEO, where we are today. And thanks to Vani ma'am, one day she just called me up, and she told me the experience, and she got my name to work upon this project. And so far, my experience with the project is amazing, because I feel people, when get into meditation, everything becomes a pure part of the energy process, because we just surrender to our soul plan and we start going to that direction. Till the time we are not in meditation, or I feel we all the time we are diverted, and we get into mainly the things of this Maya which we live in, and we don't know how to make use of the Maya. And when we are in meditation, definitely we experience this Maya of the world, but at the same time, we understand that how we are able to learn and getting transformed into wisdom and not attaching with any of the things. So this is how I feel Patriji is making thousands of masters, millions of people who are spreading, and out of them, Chandra sir is founded Buddha CEO Quantum Foundation, and I think it's again a big turn from Pyramid Spiritual Society's movement, welcoming lots of people who deal with business. And as per my experience, 2016 I founded Mad Buddha's platform, which is a group of peer system, and welcoming a lot of youngsters to it, introducing, guiding them on the path of meditation. And we started this movement where we can make spiritual business, spiritual products, which can educate people spiritually and working for the same. So this is how we started, and the purpose is at the end teaching meditation, spreading meditation. So we do this. We are in Delhi, and everything. I mean, you believe that how uh, universe plan things and work all together for the progress of our soul. So whenever you get any bad feeling about it, and you just sit for meditation or any of the problem you go through, just make a use of this meditation, that are you going into right direction or what you want to choose for yourself. So going through all this, I more experienced that Buddha CEO for me holds like, one day I expressed this to Chandra sir, that I feel that Chandra sir is bringing the higher self and more energies of Buddha down to earth in the form of Buddha CEO platform, where all business, all entrepreneurs will get educated in the field of spirituality, in the field of spiritual science, where they will understand and they will become backbone for the world to turn business as into the spiritual culture, so that everyone could become most valuable and the most effective energy product by living in this physical body. Yes, so far it's a wonderful journey. And uh, apart from that, Mahatar Babaji was a great push to make me more into the part of business. The two energies stand for me is Patriji and Babaji, where I'm trying to understand the scientific and the growth for any business person, where they hold the knowledge. And one day when Patriji delivered this message to Chandra sir in one of the events, that Buddha returns back to the palace, and like, Buddha should come back and do business. Buddha should come back and do what he has to do. And this is how we don't need to leave anything for meditation. Definitely we can make ourselves free to give some time for ourselves apart from the business and apart from everything, where we can energize and process and learn more things which can, to have that self motivation. So whenever we go through tough time and the challenges, so please remember your loved ones, your loved one masters, seek their guidance, because here we are all the time. And with guidance of Babaji, recently I started introducing also the channeling programs for 40 days, giving people more understanding about channeling, because channeling is the field which is very misunderstood, especially by the Indian minds. And with his guidance, giving these sessions to the number of people, and this is what Babaji given me a message, that 80% of spiritual people hold the ability to channel, but only 30% people who could did that awarely, they perform, but rest of the people won't come forward due to the lack of knowledge and the clarity about the channeling. So this was the message where he made me that you must start and guide upon this knowledge, which I started, and uh, enjoying it, because many people I could definitely see that abilities of channeling, because as coming into meditation, we activate our intuitions and we get a lot of psychic ability activations. So more through it, when we go more deeper into the field of meditation, we get that how we are able to communicate naturally with any entity which is trying to contact us. So this is how so far, my dear friends, and I'm very happy to share my experience at the platform Buddha CEO. So please continue meditation, and you're all blessed under the guidance of Chandra sir, who is your mentor, and please keep growing. Thank you so much. Thank you, Chandra sir, for giving me this opportunity. Thank you so much.
Wonderful. A master who takes months to understand. Pallavi madam has introduced so many things to us. She talked about communication with soul and spirit, what we call our individual consciousness. She talked about channeling. And this whole book of Conversation with God is a channeling. Channeling doesn't have to be like, you only speak. It can be as you ask and things come back to you. The whole Conversation with God is a channeling. She did this whole channeling to write that book, Mahathir Babaji. And we read about Mahathir Babaji. When I read about Mahathir Babaji, who is supposed to be immortal, living for more than 5,000 years, then you say, what is that one? We've got to go and experiment. We've got to go and research. There is so much research that is getting done on immortality. It is not new to Indian Vedic philosophy, but it is there. So Mahathir Babaji is representing that immortal energy. And then she channeled in a beautiful, beautiful book. It's called Conversations with Mahathir Babaji, right?
Yes, yes.
In English, yes, it is there. Must read to explore, right? Must read to explore. The analytical mind is the scientific mind is there and say, how is this possible? Then the question is, why is it not possible? Why is it not possible? Is it all that we have to speak only through our normal mouth? I was blown away when I saw children learning this called midbrain activation in 3 days. And they're blindfolded, they touch and speak. They touch and then tell you. Blindfolded, in front of my own eyes. My son did it. The faculties are there. There are many, many faculties are there beyond what we can understand. We just have to go into the depth of the spiritual science when we read books. And then she has written this beautiful book through the channeling. Like that, friend. So she has many, many experiences. A master who is always living with intuition. Thank you for a beautiful message on vegetarianism, Pallavi, what you have personally received. Thank you. And we have a few minutes, and of course, we want to listen to Akash. And when they put up this website, this kid, is Akash there, Pallavi?
Yes, yes. Yes.
Okay. So Akash is there. So let me put this up, the kind of beautiful work that he and Pallavi have done. So this is what you see as a logo. So they've designed the logo. They've designed the website. The potential, I'm sure, is infinitely more powerful. But this logo that came in, I don't know whether it evokes some response to some of you. But I will love this logo. It represents. We gave Akash and said, hey, I need these 3 elements to be infused into it. I said, we need science, we need business, and we need spirituality. And then I want something that elevates ourselves, something futuristic, something visionary. And then he came up with this, and just in the first iteration, he came with more 2-dimensional, then made it 3-dimensional, and then came this. And Akash is so spiritually connected. And then where is science here? The green is science, the blue is business, which we all know that we use these colors. And then purple is spirituality. Going in and then kind of merging into this 5th dimensional consciousness. That's what it represents up there. So we have several meanings of this logo, but we love it. And thank you for being part of and then joining Buddha Seva Quantum Foundation to teach scientific spiritual wisdom meditation wisdom to transform and inspire others. Akash, Sheetal, we're going to close this in about 7:35, so do hold on. Yes, Sheetal.
Akash Suri is a multidisciplinary visual artist from Delhi, India. His creative practice stems from the inner relationship between art, design, and strategy. Earlier, Akash has served as a designer strategist for Royal Enfield, Indie TV Good Times, and for new startups. His work examines subjects of nature combined with a philosophy that everything is full and empty at the same time. He has been practicing meditation for the past 4 years, which has helped him to introduce new insight around his nature of work. He is part of Mad Buddha, and under the guidance of Master Pallavi, he and his team have been developing products to introduce the science of meditation to one and all. Welcome, Akash.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much to Chandra sir and everybody here. I do my humble namaste to everyone and thank you for being present. The meditation was really powerful. I really enjoyed the session. I really enjoyed the group energies today. Thank you so much. So I started meditation 4 years back, and I started my life professionally as an artist when I was a 6-year-old kid, and I did a lot of competitions. I did over 300, 400 competitions, and I was made very ambitious as a person by my parents, by my surroundings. But I did not know myself. I did not know why that ambition. I just follow it blindly, like the youngsters and the people of my age do. They don't know what they want to achieve. They don't understand the meaning of success in their life for themselves. And I did not do. There came a point in my life where I got so much depression. I got acute depression and I got thoughts of doing suicide. This was the time when I got introduced to meditation. I was a religious person at first, but after religion, I tried meditation because I was not getting my answers to my questions. Since everything is science and I understood that everything could be understood in terms of energy and science, religion could not answer my questions. So I turned my head towards spirituality, towards meditation. My first session, I sat for around 1 hour. In that 40 minutes to 1 hour, I got a lot of answers. I got a lot of experiences. I got astral travel and third eye. I did not doubt that experience for a second. I believed in all of them. And since then, I have been following meditation. I healed my depression. I understood my purpose and I have been working toward my purpose. Everything in my life is revolving around meditation. Everything in my life is revolving around spirituality. I'm a person with a purpose now. I'm a person with foundation now, and my foundation stems from my meditation, which I practice regularly. So I request everyone, it has been said over and over, but it's my responsibility and dharma to say it again. Please practice meditation. Thank you so much.
Hey, Akash, you made it pretty quick,
Yes, sir.
but it's very powerful. Meditation is the foundation for me now. How old are you, by the way?
I'm 26 now.
26 now. Okay. So God introduced so early. Meditation is the foundation in many ways that we've been understanding. Certainly, Akash is very intuitive, so some of you could connect in with him. But wonderfully inspiring. So many people are definitely at that age. Youngsters are all, we understand, they are more evolved. Just as every time we come back, we evolve and we evolve. So young generation is more evolved. But then so that's why they're able to take on this very, very quickly. And a lot of depression, a lot of this and that is happening only because of the environment. And I'm glad, Akash, you are into this. And you're just doing amazing. Our website design is completely by him. And great designer, I love it. And then when it comes from spiritual energies, and then we're so glad. Thank you, Mad with the team. Thank you, Pallavi, for taking and doing this to your best of your abilities. And we've got a beautiful site, and I've got good comments from several people on this. And I'm going to build upon this from there. Thank you. So, friends, We heard in Theosophical Society, in spiritual science, if we say there's 80 to 90% is living this life, and then the remaining 10 to 20% understanding life beyond life. We'll have to explore. If matter is only 0.01% and then everything else is energy that is unseen, and then how could it be that we say, oh, this cannot be explained, and so this is esoteric, this is paranormal, this is something that's dash dash, whatever. Then how scientific is it? When we don't know something, then to say that, okay, this is not explainable, that doesn't make sense, is that scientific? We got to question ourselves. Is there something more? That concept of channeling, is that something? Is that all just people saying something? Or when you read the book, Conversation with God, we understand how could even ever Neil Donald Walsh can even think statements like that unless it actually comes from somewhere. A person, normal person like any other American who's just gone through a job and then had a tough time in family and this and that, not read anything at all. So there is this thing called channeling, there is a thing called past life regression, there is a thing called various faculties that are explaining all this energy science. And modern science with quantum physics and neuroscience, and some of those we are understanding within the body what happens, but a lot of these sciences are trying to explain what spiritual science was in every religion deep inside it was there. It just got distorted. Religion in many ways got distorted during the 1100 to 1800. The whole science, in somewhere when the science came in, it removed consciousness out of the equation. It said matter and matter is there, and then the consciousness was removed. When the consciousness was removed, then we all got conditioned to feel that no, consciousness is totally different, the feelings and all that is somewhere out is gone, and the only thing is that bones and molecules, and then that's it, we are just bones and molecules. And everything has to become deterministic, everything is, and then Newtonian laws came, and then it became so deterministic that we forgot the consciousness, and we are exploring that back again, dear friends. So we got to, the point I wanted to say is that we ought to explore. We have to explore beyond science. Explore beyond science to understand why, if 20 people have said and then experienced again consistently, what is it? Understand it. Is levitation possible? Immortality, what is this concept? Is it possible? When we start looking at it, where our attention goes, energy flows. When we start looking at it, we start finding various answers. We start attracting things. We start finding various books, information, people, incidents, to experience and to say, to conclude and say, yes, it is right, it's not right. So thank you so much for being there. And thank you, Pallavi. Thank you, Sheetal, Akash, for joining today. Karthikeyan sir is there. Sir, a closing message.
Very beautiful, Jay Chandran. Your explanation added with Pallavi's and Akash sharing, amazing. More and more amazing things are getting revealed. And Akash at 26, imagine what his future is going to be for him and for humanity, what all he is going to contribute. Yes, people who are joining at younger age are really fortunate. So better to introduce meditation to younger people. Of course, people of all ages should come and get benefit, but younger the better, because there is no limit to what they can become and what they can contribute. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much, friends. So we'll see you back again tomorrow.